There he is. Okay, run! He's angry! Oh boy, this is not gonna end well, I know it. Alright everyone, hello and welcome back to another episode of Scrap Mechanic with me, Spacefish, and welcome back to our little base. For a quick start, actually switching back into the logic tool, you can see just how many crazy things we've actually invented and taken care of over the time. Holy moly, the amount of connections, it's insane. But in between episodes, I have been farming some more potatoes for us. If you'll remember, we do need a lot of those for our gun right here, because that uses a lot of those, because we do want to go for our first ever warehouse, hopefully very, very soon. And, well, actually go there, get some nice seeds to get some more cool guns, and there's apparently some other cool rewards in there as well, so it does seem to be very, very worthwhile overall, and that is our goal here for the very near future. But in the meanwhile, we will need one very crucial thing in order to actually be able to get into the warehouse. Now, first things first, last time around we've actually been flying around, if you'll remember, and we were on top of these warehouses, and, well, we found what I thought was going to be an entrance, but, well, unfortunately, I was informed down below in the comments that that entrance isn't actually currently working, and if I was to just use a warehouse key on it, it would still take it. My warehouse key would go bye-bye, but I wouldn't get a single thing in return. It wouldn't open up, I wouldn't be able to get in, and you can only really use that as an exit once you've cleared through the entire warehouse. So, well, good little save there. Thanks so much to Spastic Cube, and of course also Alexandre right there. I hope I pronounced your name somewhat right, for giving me all those hints as to how the warehouses work and everything else. I very much appreciate it. That really, really helps out a ton. But with that said now, the one thing that we do need in advance to actually be able to get ourselves into such a warehouse, as I previously mentioned, is a warehouse key. And as you all may know, we do not have that yet. Now, what I was told is that you do actually get those warehouse keys from, well, these boys right here. I think I've been talking about it a fair few times during the last few episodes as well. So we will need to kill one of these boys. And apparently, for the bigger warehouses, those actually come with these dudes. The smaller ones, like the two-story one that we found last time, do not. Now, the recommendation that I've heard from those two guys down below in the comments was that I should probably just go with a small warehouse, because every level basically has bots, but in the end you get the same reward, regardless of which size of warehouse it is, which doesn't make that much sense to me. I hope that's something that the devs will maybe change in the future to give you a bit more of an incentive to go for the bigger warehouses, I suppose. But the idea then being that we go to a smaller warehouse and hopefully spend less time and, crucially, less ammo clearing through it, getting the same rewards that we were looking for, and, well, for that, we will first need to kill a red Farmbot, because of course those don't come with one. But if you'll remember, I think probably like good 20 episodes back now or something, we did previously see one in the hills somewhere that direction. It's been a long while since then, and I kind of hope he's still there, but we're going to have to try and go for him. This is a very risky thing, because, well, they do a huge load of damage. Nearly said words that weren't allowed on YouTube right there. And you cannot damage them with your hammer. I can only damage them with my spud gun right here, and I think I need like 58 shots or something to kill one. They do also match your running speed, so it's kind of going to be like fighting a haybot, but on steroids, more or less, and I'm only allowed to use this. I'm going to have to probably run for ages, shoot them a few times, run for ages again, shoot it a few times, and so on. So it's going to be crazy, it's going to be pretty difficult, and it's going to be rather dangerous. We're going to bring our exploration vehicle right here, and as you can see, I've got a lot of potatoes at this point. Not quite enough, probably, to clear out an entire warehouse, but nearly there. Now, we're going to use up a few of these, probably, for the Farmbot then, whenever we do go and fight that boy today. But overall, you know, should be very, very fine. I think it'll take us a bit of an effort to get that key anyways, and then once we have that key with all the farming we will do in between this episode and the next one, we should then have enough to actually clear through a warehouse. So very much excited for that. The other part that I was also told by those two in the comments, by the way, is that, well, after you clear through a warehouse, it technically doesn't spawn any more bots, but I think it still spawns more loot. I'll have to double check that actually. Give me 1 second. Nope, so that was a slight misunderstanding right there. Just double check that comment. I knew that I had already seen it alongside, but I didn't have the time to answer it yet, unfortunately. Work really is a bit of hell at the moment, so I'm trying to take most of my time for editing and video recording, and then every few days catching up on all of your guys' comments. So I hope that's fine for you all. But what then actually transpired is that the warehouse doesn't respawn the bots and it doesn't respawn the loot. So once we've cleared through it, it's kind of done once and for all. At least that seems to be the mechanic behind that at the moment. So, well, we will have to see about that. For the time being, let's get into our exploration vehicle right here and let's get going all the way to where we last saw that Farmbot. And hopefully he's going to still be somewhere in the area. This lag, by the way, actually being kind of interesting. You know, I don't know how Scrap Mechanic does this, why it is lagging. You know, I feel that it's just, you know, the chunk loading isn't really fast enough or something. Maybe it's because it needs like more of an SSD instead of an HDD to be installed on. I'm not quite sure, but it's definitely not my GPU anymore. I posted down below in the comments of the recent video that I did a tad bit of an upgrade to my computer, and it is relating to the GPU. I don't want to spoil it too much yet. I think I'm going to probably feature that in a soon-to-come news video or something on the channel, where we also like discuss some new things and some new projects and games and, well, changes and whatever else, you know. I haven't done one of those for a while now, so we'll probably need to catch up on that again. But yeah, I can assure you this is not my GPU being slow at all anymore. So, not quite sure what that lag is induced by, but most certainly not that. Now, the Farmbot guy, I think, was somewhere up top on that hill right there. I'm kind of honestly worried about getting too close to him and him just, like, slicing up my vehicle. So, well, first things first, I would kind of like to grab that chest up here. And I'm kind of considering to leave my vehicle behind somewhere close-ish. Make sure that our spawn point is set. What I was told as well, by the way, I'm not sure I ever mentioned that in one of my videos, but what I was told a while ago is that the beds don't actually get destroyed after you respawning twice as 3 times or whatever I thought the mechanic was, or that the mechanic was announced to change to. The devs apparently, well, kind of pulled back on that idea after a bunch of community backlash on that. So, for the time being, we should be good to respawn however many times we want. I also got the recommendation for the warehouses to leave a bunch of ammo in here in case you die, so you can quickly grab some backup ammo for the gun, and I think it makes a lot of sense, and we're gonna leave a lot of backup ammo in here for the time being, because, well, if and when I die, probably more when and less if, to this Farmbot, we'll just quickly be able to grab some more ammo for our gun after respawn, because the gun apparently just stays on us and doesn't stay in the inventory, because it's, well, like any other tool, basically. Now, I think the guy was somewhere in there, as far as I remember. The question being, is he still around even, or is he gone? Or, oh god, no, I see him. He's still there. He is definitely, most certainly still there. We're going to leave the vehicle a while back right here behind a rock or something, so that we've hopefully got some safe respawn distance and everything. And, oh boy, not gonna lie, kind of very worried about this. We need to hit him 58 times. So, I've got 100 potatoes, and maybe I should just grab 150 in case I get, like, super excited and panicky and miss a lot of shots or something, so we've got some backup. So we've got another 150 as a backup in there, and we'll remember, if we die, we can always just go and pick up our stuff again, I hope. So, let's see about that. I've mostly cleared my inventory of most of the valuables I had, so we should hopefully be fine in that regard, fingers crossed. And we do have a bunch of burgers in that crate, as in that chest as well in our vehicle, just in case we do need them. I kind of feel like we're going to get murdered by this guy, absolutely murdered. He is very, very spoopy indeed. There he is. Okay, run! He's angry. Oh boy, this is not gonna end well, I know it. How close is he? Uh-oh. Oh, he's shooting something. He does have a gun, actually. How many more times do I need to hit you? Please die. We got him. Is he dead? Oh, he is. Holy moly. Oh, wow. Jesus Christ. That was kind of spooky, but, you know, I think if you get the distance and you initially spam in a good bunch of bullets, and then I don't think I missed a single shot right there, so that's a good start. You know, all the playing Tarkov, well, some good training apparently, and paid off. Yeah. We kind of just unnecessarily wasted a few shots after he died, but that went well. I don't know why he decided to start shooting instead of hunting me, but that really played out in my favor. I was really, honestly, not gonna lie, super scared of that dude, but that worked out very well for us. Spot gun, very, very enjoyable indeed. Just spamming that down range worked out quite well for us. Now, I don't think you need to hit this guy with the 58 hits on all these guns. To my knowledge, the spot shotgun actually does more damage, so you only need 25. And then there was like a spot ling gun, which I think you need 80 hits. I think that's the machine gun, so I'm not quite sure. But we'll have to see about how the other guns work and how good or bad they are for us in the long run. But, well, big success right there. We got our warehouse key right here from that guy, and, well, he had 2 component kits for us as well. It was quite a scary encounter, but honestly quite nice that he was still there after all that time, because I'm quite convinced that the last time we were here was like 15, 20, 25 episodes ago. And I was kind of worried that due to updates happening in the meanwhile and other things, he was just going to be gone. But, well, turns out he was still there for us, and we were able to hunt him down. It was quite the fun fight, I would say, you know. I hope you all enjoyed it. He's certainly scared the living hell out of me, but, whoa. That worked well for us. Let's head back home now. We are going to go and safely store that warehouse key away somewhere for the time being. And, well, then we're going to make sure that we've got enough ammo, and we're going to probably go to the 2-story warehouse then in the next episode, because we finally have the key we need. I'm not sure about 4-story. I don't quite remember that comment. Was it, like, is there a red bot, like a Farmbot at the 4-story warehouse as well that you can just kill? Or will we have to find another one for that warehouse whenever we get to it? Because I feel that we're probably going to go and farm quite a few of warehouses now. I don't think one is going to kind of provide us with all the things we need. At least that would seem a bit easy to me. So probably we will have to do another 1 or 2 in the long run. Now, that does, of course, mean that we do need more and more and more potatoes and more farming done. But that's just kind of what I would imagine for the time being. So, well, if one of you could just let me know real quick, again, if 4-story warehouses do also have a farm, well, that would be great to know. Little boost right there. Poor Toadbot's always getting bullied by me. And yeah, I'm pretty confident that for 5-story it was definitely the case. For 4, I don't quite remember. I don't know if there was a 6-story one, but yeah, would be good to know. That said, home sweet home, we are back. Didn't really use much of any fuel either, which is nice and beautiful. And, well, let's get back to business. Now, the one thing I may actually quickly want to take on here for a minute. Where can we put this? Just somewhere in a corner where a bot can hopefully not reach it all that well. This is going to be our warehouse key. Beautiful. We also are actually starting to stack up a few component kits, which is kind of nice. Because that we will definitely be able to use for some fancy stuff eventually. Like, there should be like 15, 20 of them at this point. So we're going along nicely with that, and, you know, hopefully maybe the warehouse will have some more of those at hand for us. Because, you know, component kits are always really the more the merrier. Electronic circuits, I really don't know what to do with all of these. We're probably going to spend them for beacons eventually or something, you know. Go and mark some of those warehouses. Then again, if the warehouses don't really reset, I suppose that doesn't even make that much sense. So, I don't know. Like, we could probably just place a beacon for our home just in case we go, like, super far away. Other than that, what else would I really need a beacon for? I don't know. Like, if there was a mechanic that, like, the scrap mechanic devs actually introduced for warehouses to respawn, like, respawn bots, respawn resources, I would totally go and place some beacons out there, especially, like, marking which size is where, which size of warehouse is where, so I can quickly just know where to go. But other than that, I don't know. Like, I mean, we've got the oil pond right there. We've got our home right here. The farm is right next to it, so what else would we really want to mark with those? I don't know. Maybe we'll eventually find some use, but like the electronic circuits, the amounts that we have, it is absolutely insane. Now, what I quickly want to take care of here, though, in the meanwhile, or at least look at in the meanwhile, would be if we can make a quick collector again, because we did, of course, lose that. We would need only 30 level 1 metal blocks, which I think is very much doable. We should have that. I'm pretty sure I killed a good bunch of haybots in the meanwhile that we, ow. Oh, nearly hit myself, just nearly. But look at this. Look at this pile. This is just insane. I mean, I don't even know how high that pile is, but it goes 3 deep, and it goes, like, 5 wide. And yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it goes like up to 12 high. It's insane how many of those we have. We also apparently have fuel flying around here still that I refined some time and totally forgot about. So we will happily take that, but let's see. We do actually even have the metal already, so that makes it even easier. We're going to carry the fuel with us here for a quick second, I think. Actually going to keep closing that door again after that haybot murdered my collector, because I'm kind of mad about that one now, not gonna lie. And we're going to quickly go and refuel our vehicles, you know, get everything ready for the next few expeditions. And I probably also actually used a bunch of fuel in this truck, because I'm pretty sure this thing just is like a huge gas guzzler, probably. But yeah, so some more fuel distributed. Let's go and quickly make a new resource collector, get that put onto the miner, so we've at least got 2 again. Should probably eventually make a 3rd one, to be honest, but you know, that's going to be something for a start. And, well, gimme. Hello. There we go. Picked it up midair. We're going to go put that back on our miner, actually get that all sorted again. And maybe we can get some more potato farming in real quick. We'll have to see what the time is here in a second. Actually, I think I just recently harvested them, so we probably actually can't. Thinking of it, like, it's going to be another 24 hours. And this is actually kind of, I have to say, what's really the annoying part about all this farming is I literally, for like 2 rounds of farming, I usually spend 1 hour IRL just preparing the episode. Just for 2 rounds of farming, and that gives me like maybe 200 to 250 potatoes. So, given that I do also on the farm defense always spend like 30 every farm defense or something, I maybe, like, in 1 hour I maybe get like 180, 190 potatoes. And we need like 300 per warehouse at the very least if I manage to hit my shots somewhat well. So, it's just a lot of prep work, that, unfortunately. That's why we're not quite getting to that yet. I mean, then again, we did need to get the warehouse key anyway, so we wouldn't really have the time to finish that off today. But, well, you know, kind of a bit of an annoying part. Now, looking back at our truck, do we have any quick changes, fixes we want to make? Did I upgrade my engine fully? I think that is maybe a good question, because given the amount of component kits, we may just take care of this. Like, we don't really need more power, but I kind of want to max the efficiency on this truck, given how big and heavy it is. It probably just guzzles gas like crazy. It is maxed, though. Okay. Interesting. I had no idea, but that's good to know. Do we need component kits anywhere else on this thing? Maybe on the suspension. I'm thinking we may want more on the suspension. I'm not quite sure if this suspension is actually slightly compressed or not, to be honest. But I maybe want to make sure that we have enough there, given that, you know, we're going to actually load things on there and everything. So, we're just... Maybe we're not going to go spend a few components. Actually, no, I know what we're going to spend component kits on. This thing's still level 4, isn't it? Yes. Okay, so we're going to go grab 10 component kits. Actually, finalize the thrusters on our trusty flying vehicle thing. We're gonna have to name that or something. I cannot keep calling that like the flying vehicle, the flying thingy, or whatever else I call it for like the next 20 episodes. So. Well, if you have a name proposal for this thing, feel free to put it down below in the comments. It's probably going to change appearance sometime, you know. I actually had some ideas going a bit further than what we currently have going right here for this vehicle. So we'll see, you know, maybe we're going to have to adjust that name someday, because its appearance changes so drastically that, you know, the name doesn't make sense anymore. But if for the time being you want to give this a name, put your suggestions down below in the comments, and I'll pick one. Or maybe we'll do like a vote and an info card in the next video, and then you guys will pick one, something like that. We'll think of something. If you have some suggestions, put them down below, as many as you want, and yeah, then we'll see about that. And I will hopefully not have to call that the flying thingy anymore, flying vehicle, whatever I even call that thing. But with that said then, I think I'm going to end this episode a few minutes early today. Unfortunately, we are really just kind of out of things to do. You know, the next thing would be farming up a few more potatoes and actually going for the 2-story warehouse. Like, I don't really want to spend like 2 minutes on some vehicle. I don't think we can get anything productive done in that time. So a bit of an early end to the episode for today, but I hope you all enjoyed it as usual. If you did, please make sure to hit that like button down below. That does always help out the channel a ton. And if you're new around here and haven't done so just yet, also please consider subscribing right down below, as well as hitting that bell icon to stay up to date on all the future upcoming episodes. But with all that out of the way then, as usual everybody, thanks so much for watching, and I hope I will catch you in the next episode very, very soon. Ciao.